The message that is coming through, guys, is that in a past life, and I believe it's got something to do with ancient Egypt or that era or that, you know, that area of some sort. I'll tell you the reason why when we get deeper into the reading. But you had like a shop front or a trade counter or something along those lines. You were in, you know, what we would call today the corporate world. You also remember in that life the moment of your passing, like you may have had memories, dreams, or snippets of those come to you, but you remember the exact moment that your cord was severed from your human body and you stepped back into pure consciousness. Let's find out a little bit more. Welcome to Angie Baby Intuitive. Thank you for joining for your collective message. It's an absolute pleasure to have all of you here. I really do love, appreciate, and welcome each and every one of you. So what brought me to that conclusion was the picture that I had was like clay walls of some sort, but like in the shape of a counter. You standing on this side and a little counter also of like clay. It's the color clay. Now, whatever material it was, it had that, sorry, I'm just picking this up. It had that clay type look, almost like when you render a house. So it was that sort of look. And the era was like open shop front under a cover, but very basic. Okay, so that was coming through. We've got go your own way, firm foundations, breathing space, and deep waters. I feel like the deep waters, we've also got Earth Oracle. So this makes perfect sense with the information that you're receiving, the information that you're being given here. But the deep waters is also deep diving into that further. It's like when you receive this information, it's not like, oh, okay, that was a strange dream, or that was really a weird thought to sort of think. It's like you want to get to the bottom of what it is that you're sensing, feeling, seeing. Okay, go your own way. I believe that is attached to the way that you sort of feel in this life, because you've brought that memory through with you of being in that corporate world, being in that trade era in that past lifetime. I'm getting right now understanding the power struggles within that world also, which I'm getting would have been a lot more volatile back in that day. And you were just trying to make a living here. But when you come into this lifetime having those memories, it's like, no, I'm going to do things my way. No one is going to take from me what I build. And that's the sense that's coming through. Business. You were in business of some sort. I'm getting trade. Clearing. Okay. It could have been artistic endeavors like clay, pottery, or paintings, or something along those lines. I've also got clearing coming through here with communication. There's definitely a need here to surrender what you're receiving. There is a purpose for this, which I'm sure will come to light as we go further in the reading. also a ball of protection around you in this lifetime, which would explain why you feel comfortable going your own way in this lifetime in your business adventures. And you could still be in the same, like you could be in the corporate world, something to do with arts or creativity or something along those lines. The communication that comes through to you with this clearing is guiding you to release what it is that you hold on to. There may be something that sort of keeps you stuck, or something that stops you from progressing further because you feel like it's going to be taken away from you. So that could be, that makes perfect sense if you're thinking that you saw when your life ended, okay? The power behind the structure, behind the societal structures, like you feel like I can only go this far because it could be taken away from me at any moment. You need to know that you need to release that. You need to surrender to your path. There is a purpose for it. You are protected on this journey in this lifetime, even though you may feel like you weren't protected in that lifetime, okay? This is why the communication is coming through to you. This is why you need to know, so that you can release it, so that you can clear it from your energy. I get that you're a very astute business person, like you just know your stuff. Firm but fair, like you are you know how to protect your asset. That landed in my hand. We'll keep wisdom of the solar plexus on the bottom. It's time to shine, but you're more powerful than you know. I think we'll keep, this is the power that you brought through with you, like the wisdom that you brought through with you. You know, knowledge is power, and that is why you're being given the information. Your soul knows the journey. I'm telling you, you were a merchant or a trade or a shop front of some sort in this past life, and I'm getting that it is ancient Egypt. 33 could be relevant for you. Let yourself be the guide. You are more powerful than you know. Like, it's not the same. History is not going to repeat itself. It's not the same, okay? This lifetime is not the same as that lifetime. This could just be helping you move past certain blockages, you know, that sort of keep you from moving forward, from progressing further in your endeavors now. You may even be, you may not have a shop front at all right now. Like, you may advise people. You may work from that side of things, advise people to be able to advance themselves, or like a business consultant or something along those lines. A lawyer, business lawyer. You take care of the contracts. You make sure that, you know, people are protected when they're moving into their own endeavors. Okay, before we pull from these are a beautiful deck. I just got them. I really love them. And funnily enough, they're ancient Egypt, but that's, you know, not why I'm... Show us what we need to see about this. Thank you. Yeah. You were recognized in whatever it was that you'd done. You were recognized. This is what you were shown. You may have been like a, you know, a one-stop shop, or You may have even been an advisor back then, and this is why you were acknowledged and sort of revered. You were appreciated for the offerings that you gave to people, whatever it is. Even helping people, like giving people a head start to be able to move into business. But I'm getting whatever it was that you done, you were very honest, and it's like you were giving, you were caring. Even though your business was perhaps a small place of trade, or a small place of whatever it was, okay? You were well known for what you offered. Very giving person, very sharing, very, you know, and you were celebrated. Honestly, could have something to do with people who were either struggling, or you wanted to, or you helped people like set up shop, okay? Wow, I just got like funeral home even, so that transition, maybe a transitional phase. Being of service. Resurrection, wow. Truth and justice coming out. So resurrection here, maybe like I was getting just before, like I don't know if they done that back in this day, or you know, but like lending money, caring and giving, like sharing, okay? Even this, you would help people get through, or you would help people start business, resurrect businesses, or even with the funeral home here, transitioning and being of service. So this is just what you've done. That's why you were appreciated, and you were known for your honesty, for your you know, truth and justice that you brought. So I don't know whether you're an advisor in the past life or an advisor in this life, or something along those lines, but whatever it was, like you were of service to people and appreciated for that service. Let's have a look. Osiris, yeah. Money changes people is coming through right now, so it could have something to do with that, like people who had shop fronts but they were taken over, like, or this is the reason why perhaps the contracts are coming through, like you may deal with that with contracts of some sort. Animal guide, smell, perfumes, arts, you know, like clay pots, like that sort of thing. We've got Archangel Guide and Astral Projection on the bottom. You may be aware of an animal or a pet or something like that that came to you through transition. An animal archetype of some sort. You may get smells, and like 33 could be relevant. Okay, that came through as well. And 222. Oh no, 33322. But your signs can sometimes come via like smells, and it makes you remember, like you might smell something. What I'm picturing right now is like walking through the bush and you pass like clay hills or something, clay walls, okay, or clayish areas, and that smell, those smells, I'm not saying that in particular, but that's what I'm picturing. So for some of you that could be very specific, but smells sort of trigger memories for you, and that is how you get your synchronicities or your signs. You may be in touch with an animal guide. Actually, you know what? Show us the animal guide. I might get one of those for the animal guide, but I think we'll start with this. Sky Maiden. Protection, Tree of Vitality. Could have something to do with crows here, okay. Your animal guide. Or a black bird. We've got protection, fertility, renewal, creator, cosmic birth, divine feminine. You may receive your messages through, and we've also got, look at this on the bottom, that's funny, the magpie. So birds could be significant for you. Let's put the magpie over here, but we'll still shuffle. Intelligence. Maybe that's what you were revered for, you know. I just heard outsmart, so it's like you stood your ground, you just knew what your, that could have been something to do with your passing. Refusing to let go, refusing to surrender, which came out earlier. There are so many animals in here, and the fact that 3 birds have come out like it's bird. Expression. Fighter on the bottom of the deck here. So we've got laughter, intelligence and expression. Like it was almost laughable the way that people tried to put it over you in that lifetime, right? With the service that you offered. And it was the expression that got you into trouble. It was like you just didn't give a poop, right? When people tried to come and like stand over you or to take control of either your shop front or your trade, or it could have just simply been trade, right? Being of service, trade. Doesn't necessarily mean trading quarters, which is what's coming through right now. It may not have been a shop front, it just may have been a trade that you offered. Generational trade, so something that your family, you know, something that you went into via generational learning, generational whatever, you know. You know, I think you know what I'm talking about. But fighter, you fought for what was yours. You fought for your rights. Truth and justice coming out here. You may have resurrected yourself like numerous times from trying to be overrun. That flows through into this lifetime, I believe. So like I said, the advocate coming through, or the corporate lawyer, or something along those lines, advisor of some sort. You read people well, like you've learnt a lot. This wisdom and knowledge that you came through with, this memory that you came through with, guides you in your everyday life. It's almost like you've got this protective barrier that you put up, man, and you don't want to let it down with anyone. It's like you don't trust people. It could have been somebody that, conflict, rebel. It could have been someone that you knew. There is no, like, you don't find it easy to trust people. I'm gonna ask about the conflict first. There we go. You were the rebel and it created conflict. It didn't sit well with some people. Yep. This is what you were up against. Ooh, you took on the devil himself. I'm going to dive into that a little bit more in another reading. It's not going to be this reading. I'm gonna ask about that. Whatever happened, it's like your purpose, your wow, that was the moment. Your energy was taken. That is it. That is the moment. It was a conflict. People saw you as a rebel, as this fighter, right? And this is what you know the moment that you left. This plays in you. Look at it, Five of Swords. It was the moment that you let go. Look. This is the moment. The conflict cut that cord from your human existence. This is something that you know about. This is something that you've seen. It's almost like it took away your livelihood. It took away your life right in that moment. It's these projections like the memory. This is why you put up a wall, because it is that reflection of that past life and the projections of those people or that person that you dealt with that you're remembering. This is, you're giving it's to clear it. You're meant to clear whatever it is, but this is the memory that you're being given. It's like the reflection of that past life that sort of flows into this one, but you need to release it. This is why you feel yourself in this lifetime wanting to, you know, advise people and guide people, and not only going back into the guide, but it goes beyond that. It's got something to do with business or things that people build, or I'm getting contracts, so it is that contract thing. You may just simply be someone that people come to for advice. And just as I saw this, Flames of the Wisdom Crone, highly, you know, knowledgeable. The wisdom of the crone. I'm not getting it's about what happened back then, okay? It's you just resonate that past life with this life, and there is something that stops you from moving forward, or you know, from, I don't know, you just see the same kind of human behavior. Around control, value, you know, all the usual things, the greed and stuff that comes through. It's almost like you are attached to this, with this coming through. You're attached to that particular journey, like you're off kilter, because you are attached to what happened in that past life, to what these hostiles done in this past world, in this past life, I mean. But this is why you're being shown. It's not something to fear. You're not being shown this past life for the attachment. It's so that you can move forward from that, okay, and find balance. You could have been a woman in the past life, regardless of what gender you are now. And it's not to do with the past life, it's about what you need to do here, in the here and the now. It's what you need to understand and be aware of in the here and now. And also to open your eyes up to what we are, what you are within yourself. You're not the human flesh, you are consciousness, right? I hate the way these cards come out in big clumps, but obviously we're meant to see it. Break the chain, ancestral healing, rewrite the future. I love that that was on the bottom of the deck. Yes, just say yes. So if you've had an offer with something to sort of take whatever it is that you're building, or whatever it is that you do further, or to expand on what it is, something that you do, you need to take that, okay? You're already doing it anyway. It's a yes. Align your life. This is why you're being given the information, the communication that you are, so that you can clear it and get rid of it. You can understand it. There are lessons that you need to take from that. There is knowledge and understanding that you need to take from that. We've got answer the call and boundaries. Smash down the wall and just put boundaries, healthy boundaries up. You don't need to keep yourself closed off from everyone and everything, and opportunities that come your way because of what you've experienced in this past life. But hey, by all means, put up boundaries, but don't close yourself completely off. Illusions. Hidden behind all smoke and mirrors is the truth. Have patience and wait for the smoke to dissipate. What is left before you will be the truth. Untrustworthy. Love that that's on the bottom here. We need to recognize that not everybody can be trusted. However, the confidence we place in our own judgment is the deepest level of trust we can appreciate, we can experience. So that's interesting that that comes through like that, because when we're talking about trusting people, trust your own judgment, trust the, you know, you're more powerful than what you are came through here. You and soul knows the way also. Like, trust yourself in that capacity. Sorry, I'm just going to put this back on. There we go. Oops. Look at my cat's fur. They always get onto my cards and they just run an absolute muck. I don't know why, but they just, I don't know, they must love it. I suppose playing with them, watching them fall and stuff is kind of fun and exciting, but I sort of see it as a way of, like, they cleanse my cards, you know, because cats, beautiful. So it's hard to get annoyed with them. The Miriam, healing of the heart, beautiful. This is a sacred time of healing. In order for you to feel whole once more, it's essential for you to reclaim all the lost parts of yourself. Boom, this is exactly what's been coming through. So here we go. This is the purpose of why you're being shown this. Confirmation from Spirit, so beautiful. Thank you, guys. Call back all aspects of yourself, all the gifts and the talents that you have been forced to hide or repress, or that you haven't really remembered and become awakened to, right? By unleashing these tender aspects of your deepest self and allow your heart to rebuild. By unleashing these tender aspects of your deepest self, you allow your heart to rebuild and strengthen. The activation is, I reclaim myself and my story. I am ready for wholeness. That is just absolutely beautiful. Even though, you know, what your story in that past life, but we've already been told that it's not about that, but that story in your past life was tragic and it ended the way that it did, and you have memory of that traumatic experience, which, you know, let's face it, can create trauma throughout this lifetime, but it's time for you to release and clear that. That's why you're being shown. You've always felt something. You may have always just been closed off from people in general. You didn't want to sort of mix and mingle. Hey, not everybody in the world, you know, humanity can be a hard facet of this experience to understand and to work with, but not everybody are the shitty ones, right? And trust your own intuition, because that's coming through strongly as well. Create your own story. Nothing is set in stone. You are the co-creator of your life. The circumstances you have experienced up to this point have been linked to the choices you've made and the karma of your ancestors. So this can go way back. It may have been a long time conflict that was going on with whatever trade it was that you worked in whatever capacity it was in that corporate world back then. And so you were the fighter, and unfortunately whatever happened, it went the way that it happened. You will know that because you're given the information, the full picture of it. I can only give you what's coming through right now, right? Cherubim, create your own story. Yeah, that's right, we've already started that. The circumstances you experienced up to this point linked with the choices, ancestors. Now's a pivotal time for you to begin moving into a space where you can create a story that's more aligned to your needs and ultimately the calling of your soul. The activation is, I recognize my ability to direct the experiences of my life rather than having the experience that you experienced back then control your here and now. Okay, and you've got the opportunity now to take that generational trade or whatever it was back then into a different way of being, into a future, into a different future. You know how to evolve. Earth Mother is speaking. Shall we read it? I don't want to make this too long. We're at 35 minutes. Okay, there is something you know needs your time and attention, something you know needs your action, something you know is going to help you grow and evolve. Well, we need to hear this, so this is perfect. Today you are being invited to take the steps you know you need to take to move out of the stuck state and into a state of growth. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This isn't a life... Oh my gosh. This isn't a lifetime to fall into old patterns. It's a lifetime to create new ones. Activation. I take the soul-led steps I need to take in order to heal and grow. Follow whatever it is that is leading you, because it's leading you towards the right thing, okay? It's leading you towards whatever it is that you need to be led towards, guys. I think another thing that just came through then is the experience, the memories that are coming through for you are also for you to know that consciousness is real. This is why you brought through that memory. This is something that you recognized in that past life. I'm going to take that one, and this is the bottom of the deck. I celebrate my differences. I am free from conformity. You are a fighter. You are a rebel even, but in a good way. Like, it's not like you just go around creating havoc. Like, you just stand up for your rights. You are a righteous person. Like, this is just something that you have within you. I am the master of my own mind. I am ready to move forward. Beautiful. I awaken the limitless love within me. I am abundant, and I choose my own way forward. I am a guiding light on unconditional love. This could be your purpose. All right. This is your reading, guys. If you resonate, please pop a like on the video and share it for other collective to be able to receive this message. If you vibe with my energy, or you want to become a part of our soul family here, our beautiful soul collective, subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to stay up to date with messages that come through, hit that notification bell. Thank you for bringing your energy through to bring these messages through. I really do love and appreciate and welcome each and every one of you. On a closing here, moving out of this, what you've lost, and moving towards what you're co-creating and what you're building with God, because you know that you are consciousness. You know that consciousness is real, right? It may take you through a tower moment, or this is the way that you've been living now. It's time to bring that to completion and, you know, move towards abundance. You've got double completion here. And move towards abundance here in this lifetime. Move out of this state of what you've been holding on to, clear it out so that you can move forward, bring this to completion and live the life and create the future, generational future for your, you know, future ancestors, or future, whatever it is, generations that you tried to do in that past life. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Keep shining. I hope that made sense. See ya.